Episode 230. Just as Huang Xiaoshen was feeling helpless, he suddenly noticed Su Mucheng was online in his QQ friends list. He quickly sent her a message. After all that back and forth, he finally got to speak with Yi Xiu. But after Huang Xiaoshen's long, patient wait, the message Su Mucheng relayed back via QQ was simply Kang.
No fighting, no time. Gotta run a dungeon.
我等着呢。
Ho Huang Xiaoshen was a bit lost.
Let's head to One Line Gorge first. Probably.
Huang Xiaoshen was utterly frustrated. Who was he? How could he be less important than some lousy dungeon like One Line Gorge? To run this stupid dungeon, he'd actually pass up a chance to spar with a master like him. Fine, Huang Xiaoshen had to admit, fighting a master like him, for most, an opportunity like this would be once in a lifetime. But for Yi Xiu, it was nothing new.
Tell him to come fight me. This is my main account, my main. I'm not even bullying him by using the balanced arena. Let me see just how powerful that unspecialized character of his really is.
Huang Xiaoshen kept on chattering, only to receive a QQ reply from Su Mucheng. In the dungeon.
Hey!
In the dungeon.
Mucheng, you useless thing. You always take his side. Are you just a messenger now? Did you even pass on what I said?
Huang Xiaoshen unleashed his hand speed as if he were playing in the finals. In the dungeon.
I want to, and you can't stop me.
Su Mucheng, who had set up an auto-reply, was clearly still watching the QQ chat window. In response to Huang Xiaoshen's taunts, she suddenly shot back with another, no ambition, and birds of a feather. Huang Xiaoshen's words didn't anger Su Mucheng in the slightest. In fact, she found them rather agreeable. Huang Xiaoshen shouted a few more times, fully displaying his chatterbox nature. Unfortunately, none of his words moved Su Mucheng again. All he received were the automatic replies from within the dungeon. Frustrated, Huang Xiaoshen logged off his main account, troubling Rain, and switched to his alt. Liu Mu's account naturally had Lord Grimm on its friends list, so he logged on and immediately, Hey, he said, 5 times in a row.
Hey!
What's all the racket? Ye Xiu replied calmly.
Biga!
Running a dungeon.
What are you doing in a dungeon? Have some professional pride! Dungeon crawling. Is that really what you should be doing?
Get to the arena. You need high-level opponents to keep you sharp. In the dungeon. You two bastards.
Huang Xiaoshen was practically ready to flip the table right then and there. On the field, he wasn't so easily provoked. But this was a private, casual setting, so he wasn't deliberately holding back his emotions.
I'm in a dungeon run, but I'm free now.
Huang Xiaoshen had no choice but to log off in disgrace. Then he went back to watching that recording over and over again. In the game, Yi Xiu and his team were indeed running a dungeon. They were already in a position to challenge the record for One Line Valley, a dungeon for levels 30 to 33. The difference between level 33 and level 30 isn't huge, since there's no 5-level gap for new gear or skills. It's similar to the jump from level 25 to 27 back in the burial grounds. With their equipment fully kitted out and Qiao Yifan filling their roster gap, Yi Xiu's squad was finally a complete, competitive force, ready to challenge the elite dungeon teams of the major guilds. Now that Blue River of Blue Brook Guild knew Lord Grimm's true identity, he was ready to compromise. He was just thinking about how to handle future negotiations. As for dungeon records, the most conflicted party was tyrannical ambition. Langxi Pavilion is a cautionary tale for tyrannical ambition. They tried to compete with Lord Grimm for dungeon records, and now they're completely crushed underfoot. There's no sign of them ever recovering. The prestige Blue Brook Guild had painstakingly built in Server 10 plummeted to rock bottom in that instant. Clawing their way back up from this. Not a chance in the short term, and tyrannical ambition. The fallout from the last incident was still lingering, with new player applications dropping sharply. But at least their chance to prove themselves hadn't been wasted. One Line Valley was the place where they would prove themselves. But Lord Grimm, how do we handle this mountain of a problem? After witnessing the sorry state of Blue Brook Guild, Jiang Yu, the leader of tyrannical ambition, had also made up his mind. He mustered his courage and made a trip to the club. But just as he reached the training room area, he ran into Captain Han Wenqing in the middle of reprimanding someone. The only sound in the training room was Han Wenqing's voice. No one dared to even breathe. How could Jiang Yu possibly step forward now? Han Wenqing was a man fierce enough to yell even at the club owner. Only after the reprimand ended did Jiang Yu finally shuffle over. But the moment he met Han Wenqing's stern, glaring eyes, his carefully mustered courage instantly evaporated. He put on an air of just passing by and slipped right past the training room door. No, even if I'm going to find a top player from the club, I can't go straight to Captain Han Wenqing.
Better to find the opportunity to approach Vice Captain Zhang Xinji first.
After a final, hesitant circuit outside the training room, Jiang Yu finally settled on this plan. Zhang Xinji was also a famous expert in the alliance. As Tyranny's vice captain, he was absolutely not the kind of character who played the good cop. After Captain Han Wenqing finished playing the bad cop, Zhang Xinji was a serious and meticulous man. He's meticulous and precise, currently holding a league record for the lowest average error rate per match. The league's technical statistics are varied, and of course, they include tracking mistakes made during matches. Yet in this statistical category, Zhang Xinji outperformed even the most elite star players. It showed just how meticulous his competitive style was. And for someone so precise, Jiang Yu thought, he's definitely the type to have a proper way of handling things. At the very least, he wouldn't be like Han Wenqing, who just starts scolding the moment something feels off. Zhang Xinji was meticulous, but Han Wenqing had crossed into downright stubborn territory. There was no chance to catch him during training hours, so Jiang Yu decided to leave for now. He decided to try again later. In any case, these in-game experts weren't much help. After seeing what happened to Blue Brook Guild, Jiang Yu had come to a firm conclusion. In the game, the top-tier teams from the major guilds had all reached level 33, the perfect time to officially challenge the final record for First Line Canyon. Even though everyone knew Lord Grimm was an insurmountable mountain, they also understood that before the ultimate record was set, they still had room to set a record. Even if it wouldn't last, the process itself could get them on the broadcast, and the generous experience rewards and purple gear were better than nothing. That day, the record for the 1000 Gorge dungeon was repeatedly broken, culminating in a new high of 30 minutes, 41 seconds, and 1200th set in the afternoon, which remained unbeaten. But at this moment, the attention of the 10th server's players was focused more on the battle between Riverside Willow and Fading Mist. This dungeon record, aside from the major guilds, surprisingly didn't attract much attention. And in Jiang Yu's view, this score could still be broken if they had a team of experts from the heavenly domain come over to tackle it. But what about Lord Grimm? Just where is their limit? And what are they up to right now? As the clock struck midnight and the dungeon attempts reset, Jiang Yu thought to himself,